What's going on, beautiful and exotic women of the world? I had an epiphany today, and I'm going to try not to get emotional while I do this video because I can already kind of feel it coming up. This epiphany has given me so much peace and clarity, and I know that it will help someone out there. This video is going to be about why bad things happen to good people, and I want to kind of just explain my philosophy. Bad things had to happen to us for us to learn and grow. I was sitting here thinking about all of the trials and tribulations that I've had in my life, all of the things that I've had to endure, all of the hurt and pain that I've gone through in my life, all of the people who have scarred me, all of the people who have come into my life and tried to destiny swap with me, who have tried to tarnish my name, assassinate my character, come up against me in groups and in numbers. And I'm thinking to myself, why would this happen to me if I've been nothing but genuine and good to people, if I've always been kind, if I've always been loving? And it hit me that I had to go through these things to know that there were people out there like this. Think about it, ladies. If you're a beautiful woman, when you're an exotical, let's say you have a high calling on your life, you're meant to do big things, you have aspirations and goals and things that you're meant to fulfill in this lifetime, and a purpose that you're meant to fulfill in this lifetime, you're going to be met with opposition. You're going to be met with challenges and people trying to come up against you. In order to be equipped for the journey ahead, you have to know that there are people and demons out there who do these things to people like you. Imagine if you were to go through your whole life and you're trying to get to your purpose, you're trying to get to your destiny, and you're completely unaware of narcissists. You're completely unaware of sociopaths and psychopaths and their capabilities and their traits. Imagine going through your life just being completely naive. And I'll speak for myself, and I know some of you can relate. I was very naive in my early life. When I was younger, when I was a teenager, even into like my early 20s, I struggled with not being able to discern people completely. I knew how to discern a lot of people who made it very obvious that they hated me, but I found it hard to discern people who masked themselves very well. And I beat myself up for not being able to tell the signs. And I used to be so hard on myself because part of me was like, why couldn't you see that from the beginning? You would have been able to avoid so much hurt and pain if you saw that person for who they were. Now that I'm in a place where I'm older and wiser and I'm coming into myself more, I'm realizing that I need to give myself grace because I wasn't raised in a home where I was taught these things. I was raised in a home where my mother was my first bully. I was dealing with the warfare in the home where I should have been getting prepared for the world on the outside. I was getting it at home. So I really never had a safe place. I never had someone who could tell me these things, who would tell me that there are demonic people out there who want to destroy you, who want to take your self-esteem and your light out. They want to destroy your reputation just because they're envious, just because they're jealous of you. There are people who will befriend you and will try to steal everything from you. And I wasn't given those tools. I wasn't taught those things. So I literally had to go out into the world and learn things by trial and error and learn things by falling and getting back up again. And yes, it built character, but it was hard. So now that I'm in the season that I'm in now, I am giving myself grace for not knowing, but I'm also thanking God that I went through the things that I went through because I needed to go through it. Unfortunately, I was not equipped with the tools and the resources and the knowledge to battle spiritual warfare in my adult life, to know that I'm a beautiful woman, I'm an exotical, therefore I'm going to be under attack 24/7. I was not given those tools because my mother was too busy trying to stomp the confidence and the light out of me. In my adult life, I had to learn those lessons the hard way. Yes, it was unfair. Yes, it was painful, but I'm better for it now. And that's what I want to encourage you all to do, is to realize that whatever hardship you went through, the people who lied on your name, the people who tried to assassinate your character, the men who essayed you, the men who put their hands on you and abused you when they were supposed to love you and cherish you and treat you like a princess, the fathers who were never there for you and who didn't teach you how to love yourselves, the mothers who were your first bullies, who were your first taste of narcissism, who didn't teach you how to be a woman, who didn't teach you how to protect yourself from women like her because she was too busy inflicting pain. I'm sorry you went through this, but please know that you went through it for a reason. That's the season that I'm in right now, where I'm realizing what I went through was to help me to shine my eye. That's something that one of my African friends taught me. You shine your eye means like you have better discernment. Like you open your eyes, you're aware, you're conscious, you can see through people. These things happen to us because where we're going, we needed those tools. Where we're going, we needed to know that there are people out here who literally hurt people just for fun, for sport, because they're bored. There are people out here who have children and abuse their children and neglect their children. There are people out here who have children who don't like their kids. I didn't know this until later on in life. I didn't put 2 and 2 together that there are men out here who will get in relationships with beautiful women and they'll chase them down for years and years and years and lust over you for years and years and years. And when you finally give them a chance, they set out to destroy you because they want to punish you for giving them a hard time, for making them chase you, because they have mommy issues and they want to take out their mommy issues on you. How would I have known all these things if I didn't go through them? And Exoticals, I want to encourage you all to start looking at your struggles and your strife as opportunities to learn and as opportunities to grow. How would you have known that you need to be more militant on the workplace if your boss didn't covertly harass you and abuse you in the workplace? How would you have known that you need to stay to yourself and not become friends with people or think that the workplace is a friendship farm if you didn't go through those times where you befriended people in the workplace and they burned you and they got you fired and they created smear campaigns against you? How would you have known? There are so many people who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s who are just now coming into this knowledge. And there's no problem with that. But what I'm saying is they spent a good chunk of their lives unaware of this stuff. So if you are a young person, if you are just now coming into the truth of the world and realizing that there are demonic people who roam this earth, who are in high places of power, who are your parents, who are your best friends, please understand that you have become privy to information that some people don't become privy to until well into their adult life. So instead of beating yourself up today, ladies, I want to encourage you to give yourself grace. And I'm going to try to not cry again because this topic is really convicting my spirit right now. I know someone needed to hear this. This word needs to get out. Share this with your friends. Share this with your family. Share this with people who need to know this. Share this with someone who is struggling right now, struggling to get out of an abusive home, struggling to get out of an abusive relationship, struggling to get out of a tumultuous workplace environment. They need to know this. They need to know that they would not be able to go into their next season, into their next level without knowing these things. So I'm grateful for all the bosses that made my life hell, because now I know how to maneuver in corporate America. Now I know that I need to get out of corporate America and work for myself full time. I'm grateful for all of the friends that came into my life and saw the star in my life and saw the light in my life and tried to steal it and destiny swap with me. Now I know what destiny swapping is. I didn't know what that was years ago. I was just puzzled as to why, I would befriend someone and then suddenly my life would go to shit and I'm trying to pick the pieces up again. And of course, God is good. I always get my life back together. But for some reason, that person would run off with my destiny or run off with the same things that I was doing, and they would energetically swap destinies with me. I now know what that looks like. I now know the warning signs. I now know to keep my distance, to not get too close to women. I now know to protect my relationship from my friends. I now know to protect my finances and what I do for a living and the success that I have from people around me because people have evil eye. I now know about these things. Before I didn't. I was in the world navigating life with a blindfold on. I was naive. I was unaware. Today is a new day though. Okay? Today is a new day. We walk with our eyes open. We walk with discernment. We walk with wisdom. And that's the thing. Life brings wisdom. I want to encourage you all to give yourself grace. If you had a hard time, a hard upbringing, a hard life, give yourself grace because you needed to go through those things to go into the season you're going into. You don't know who you're going to help. You don't know whose life you're going to touch in the future. You don't know who you're going to tell your story to and it's going to change their life forever. Some of us have gone through the hurt and pain we've gone through because we have to help and touch other people's lives. I always knew that my purpose was to help other people. I just didn't know how. And then one day I got the inkling to make a channel. Shout out to Exoticals United because she opened my eyes to who I truly was when it comes to my image and when it comes to my physical beauty. And now I'm here sharing this information with you all. And I know that I'm helping people because I get your emails. I see all of your comments and I see how impactful my hurt and pain is on your lives because it is helping you guys to realize that you're not alone. So many of us have gone through things and we felt like we were alone and we are not. So ladies, please drop down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. I just want to again encourage you all to look at your pain and suffering as opportunities for growth and expansion to propel you into that next level. I'll also be leaving my email in the description box so you can share your stories with me there as well. Have a lovely day, ladies.